Here we go!
Welcome to the Nintendo Power Zone, guys. It's your boy Nice1983 with a brand new unboxing video. And before I get started, I just want to say I'm back, guys. I had to go on hiatus for a little while. Obviously, we had Hurricane Irma just last week, and then some other stuff happened, so I actually had to leave the state. So the hiatus was definitely well timed, I guess. Anyway, guys, I am back in Tampa, and I am so happy to be here and do this unboxing, specifically this unboxing, because I have been anticipating this figure for a while now. So today we have the PDP Pixel Pals Super Mario World Mario. This is the 20th figure in the line, and for once in this line, I am truly seeing signs of progression. So let's go ahead and start with the box, as always. Up on the left hand corner of the box, you have the I Light Up word bubble, looking really nice. Over to the right of that, it has the Super Mario World logo. Love that logo, one of my favorite Mario games of all time, if not my actual favorite game. Right to the side of that, it has the Pixel Pals logo. Moving on to the left side of the box in the center, it says Mario. You have your ages 14 and up, your PDP logo, your official Nintendo Power Seal of Quality. Finally, on the bottom right hand corner of the box, it indicates that this is the 20th figure in the Pixel Pals line. So guys, let's go ahead and turn the box over to the side and take a look at it that way. Alright guys, taking a look at the back of the box, you know this is my favorite part of the boxes for Pixel Pals because they have the little character description. But before we read that, let's go ahead and take a look at all the other stuff on the box. So up on the left hand corner you have the Pixel Pals logo, to the right of that the Super Mario World logo. Right on the center left hand of the box you have this great picture of Mario from Super Mario World in his victory pose, which is the same pose that this Pixel Pal is in. You know that this is the pose you get whenever you cross the finish line on a stage. Just love it. Glad that they chose this pose because it's just really iconic. Just love that pose. It really stands out from the other Pixel Pals as well, where the 8-bit Mario, you have the just standard standing pose, and the Super Mario Bros. 3 Pixel Pal depicts Mario jumping. So these are very different poses between these three versions of Mario, which is good because there are a lot of Mario figures and variant figures. We're currently up to 6 if you include the 2 different versions of Luigi from the 8-bit line and the Super Mario Bros. 3 line. But that's still a lot of variations of the same character, but this one is the most unique and I'm really digging it. But guys, let's go ahead and read that character description now, okay? Super Mario World centers around the journey of Mario and Luigi to defeat Bowser and save Dinosaur Land. After dashing across the finish line, Mario throws up a peace sign to celebrate his most recent victory. With Yoshi as his trusted companion, he travels across sprawling worlds. Mario will do whatever it takes to help his friends and restore peace to the kingdom. So that is an awesome character description that they put here on the back of the box. You get a little bit of the backstory for Super Mario World. You get this great, thing for Mario saying like this is his most recent victory. Now I will say I do believe they got the peace sign thing wrong. I think it's more like that V for victory pose, but it is what it is, not a big deal. I'm really digging this Pixel Pal. Let's go ahead and look at the last side of the box and then we'll go ahead and crack this thing open. Alright guys, we got Mario out of the box and it looks freaking sick. I love this Pixel Pal. I have bought a lot of Pixel Pals throughout the year and I have unboxed every single one of them on camera for you guys, but I have to say that this is my favorite Pixel Pal in the line. There have been some great ones. I was really digging the Street Fighter series despite its Mega Man body style. I've been really feeling the 8-bit editions, but this one right here, this one is amazing. And I may have neglected to say this, but I'm going to say it right here, right now. This is PDP's first 16-bit character as far as, design choices. Now, there are the Street Fighter characters which have been, even though they're the Street Fighter 2 characters, they are depicted in that 8-bit Mega Man style, which kind of, voids them from being considered the 16-bit characters. We've had the 8-bit Mario, which also looked good, but this is our first 16-bit Mario, and they blew it out of the water with this one. There are some things that I'm noticing that are different about this figure, specifically its feel. This figure is matte finish instead of like that clear gloss from the other Pixel Pals. It's going to be really subtle. You may not even really notice it until you actually feel it. I don't know what that's going to do for the lighting effects to have more of a matte plastic as far as how this is going to look like when it's lit, but we'll find out. We'll see if it, stands out among the other Pixel Pals in comparison time as far as how it functions. That being said though, I am truly impressed with the look of this specific Pixel Pal. I just love it, and I can't wait for comparison time, because I guarantee you're going to see a huge evolution in the character of Mario between the 6 Pixel Pals that I'm going to go ahead and display for that portion of the video. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure from other angles now, okay guys? Alright guys, here's the back of the figure, and I just want to talk about this briefly. I know when it comes to Pixel Pals, I have said my piece as far as the fact that these things not coming with USB adapters, but I'm gonna say something here that I didn't think I'd ever get the chance to say. PDP is coming out with a micro USB option for Pixel Pals. It's gonna come in 2 different variations. One for 8-bit characters and one for the standard Pixel Pal line. So it's going to replace the battery cap, and there's going to be a micro USB slot there, and they're going to include the micro USB cables. So shout out to PDP for listening to the fans. Thank you guys for figuring out a way to make these compatible with micro USB. I am, however, going to fire one shot for the fact that you guys are selling it as an individual product, which makes sense for older Pixel Pals like, wave 1 through wave 4, but here in wave 5, this should be standard. They should be packaged with the product so that the customer has the option. Now, that being said, the retail price for these USB adapters is not so bad, unless you're like myself and you have bought multiple Pixel Pals. I did the math on what it's going to cost me. It's going to be around $140 for me to get USB ports for all the Pixel Pals that I currently have, including this one right here. So not a big deal. I think that would break them down to about $6.99 a piece. Not a bad price point, but still really wish that this was the figure that they debuted this micro USB adapter with. It is what it is. We don't know if they're ever going to really do that, but at least there's now an option, guys, so I can stop complaining about this. I can finally stop complaining about this. PDP, thank you for figuring this out, because as a customer, as somebody who wants to continue to support this product line, this is what I needed for me to keep doing that and more innovative figures. And I've seen that you guys are doing that with this version of Mario. You have a Sonic the Hedgehog coming out, you have a lot of amazing figures coming out, so you have made the necessary adjustments for me to continue to support this line and do it happily. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the figure, and then we'll move into comparison time. Okay guys, it's comparison time. Starting with 8-bit Mario, you see a huge difference between the style of these two. Obviously one's an 8-bit and one is in 16-bit, but they are completely different. And look how much taller the Super Mario World Pixel Pal is than the Super Mario Bros. Pixel Pal. There is a huge difference in their scale. And that's just the evolution of the character as a whole. Mario has evolved throughout the years, and you're really seeing a big jump between Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario World. Let's go ahead and break out the Super Mario Bros. 3 Pixel Pal real quick. Alright guys, here it is, the Pixel Pal from Super Mario Bros. 3 Mario, and look at the evolution. You can see it even here. Now this is a closer game to Super Mario World, but these Pixel Pals are completely different, and I love that. Just look at the Super Mario World Mario. The evolution of the character by this point in time had really become super defined. This is the standard color scheme we have seen from Mario in every subsequent Mario game, and just love it. His nose is a little bit smaller. His mustache looks great. He's got whites of his eyes. You can see the emblem on his hat, which you hadn't been able to see in any other games. You can tell that he's wearing white gloves instead of the peach tone. The blue overalls, the light brown shoes, all of this looks really great, especially when you see it standing next to the character from Super Mario Bros. 3. But guys, let's go ahead and break out every single Mario Pixel Pal so we can get a look at the evolution of Mario as a character. Alright, here they all are, all 6 Mario Pixel Pals, and I had to showcase them like this because I wanted to show the evolution of Mario as a character between these 3 games. Now, the only game we're currently missing is Super Mario Bros. 2, but it's not really a Mario game, so we're just going to ignore the character sprite for that, but check it out. Look at Mario 1, Mario 2, and Super Mario World as Pixel Pals. You see that there has been a huge jump in the appearance of Mario between virtually 4 games, and that's fantastic. It just goes to show how good Nintendo was at evolving their characters even in the early days, and PDP did an amazing job of capturing the look of all of those variations of Mario with the Pixel Pals lines. Now, I've had issues with the way these things look when they're lit up sometimes, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate the attention to detail that PDP goes through when they make these Pixel Pals. They do look fantastic, and looking at them here, I am absolutely in love with this freaking line, and it's the reason why I continue to buy Pixel Pals despite being unhappy with some of the end results. Either way, guys, just look at how sick this evolution is. But guys, it's time to move into functionality time, so don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and show you what these things look like when they're turned on. Alright guys, here it is, the moment of truth. Cut the lights off, turn the Pixel Pal on, and take a look. Now, I really gotta point this out. They went with the matte finish for the type of plastic they used on this particular Pixel Pal, and it makes a huge difference. The figure doesn't seem to be suffering from the same kind of color wash that affects the older Pixel Pals. This is really good design by PDP. They figured out what the problem was and they corrected it by using a slightly different type of plastic on the Pixel Pal. And yeah, I'm all for that. If the figures are going to look this good when they're lit up because of the matte finish, this is the better style. Now, it might not look exactly like the other Pixel Pals, and it may not be as bright as the other Pixel Pals, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that to the test and find out whether or not it does stand toe-to-toe as far as, you know, being as bright. But as far as it's concerned, I am really appreciating the differences in the material used to make this Pixel Pal, because I'm seeing the results of it here lit up, and I'm truly impressed by it. PDP has made great strides in making Pixel Pals better. Obviously, we talked about the micro USB adapter that's going to be coming out, and now with these changes to the physical design of a Pixel Pal, this line has gotten way better in a very short period of time. It's been less than a year. It will be a year on Black Friday that Pixel Pals have been available for purchase, and those kind of changes are welcome. Good job, PDP. But guys, let's go ahead and move into comparison time and show you what everything looks like when they're lit up. Alright guys, here they are, all 6 Mario Pixel Pals lined up, and check them out. They look fantastic, but check out the Super Mario World Pixel Pal. It is really standing out among the rest. I love this. They changed the material, and yet they didn't sacrifice the brightness of the figure. That is good design, and it doesn't suffer from the color wash that the Luigi or the Fire Mario have. It's just perfect, and I love this. This is great advancement for Pixel Pals from PDP. I am so happy with this figure. This is the figure that makes me realize how special this line truly is, and I haven't felt this good about a figure since the first Pixel Pal back in November, which was the Super Mario Bros. 3 Mario. I'm really happy with these changes, guys. So let's go ahead and move into score time so I can break it all down, alright? So don't go anywhere. Alright guys, it is score time, my favorite time. Why? Because I get to tell you whether or not something is actually worth your hard-earned money. So guys, we know the price point for Pixel Pals, it's $14.99. If you think these are out of your price range, I really can't convince you any further. But for those who do want to know what I think about these, let's go ahead and start with the appearance. This Pixel Pal truly encapsulates that image of Mario you see whenever you cross the finish line of a stage in Super Mario World. He puts up his V for victory, or his peace sign as it's described on the box, and he runs off to go into the next stage right afterwards. This truly captures that moment, and I love that. This is a great pose, and you see the other Pixel Pals here on the table? None of them share that pose. You either have Mario jumping or you have Mario in a very stationary position, but here he's like, deuces, busting out his best Chris Brown impression, and just looks really good. They did a great job. On top of that, they changed the material that they make Pixel Pals out of. It's still plastic, but it's more of a matted plastic instead of that like clear glossy plastic that exists on the old Pixel Pals. And because of that, those old Pixel Pals suffer from color wash. With that matte finish, it must dull the brightness a little bit so that you don't lose any color, and it really helps the figure out a lot, but it doesn't really sacrifice any of the brightness either. So as far as its appearance is concerned, I'm gonna give this Pixel Pal a perfect 10. Moving on to its functionality, it doesn't lose any of the brightness. I said that before, and I mean it. It does not. It is as bright as any of the other Pixel Pals you see here on the table. That's really good considering they changed what the figure is made out of. So, wow, that's really impressive. Now, normally I dock points because PDP doesn't have a micro USB option. They have corrected that option. Yes, it is not standard with the package, but I'm not gonna go ahead and subtract the points from that anymore. I'm really gonna wait and see how the micro USB option works. I'm gonna do a product review of that as soon as it comes out, so look forward to that. But as far as this Pixel Pal's functionality is concerned, I'm gonna give it a 9 because of the changes they made to its, the material, and didn't sacrifice any of the brightness. That's really good design. So for its functionality, I'm going to give it a 9. So I'm giving it a 10 for its appearance. I'm giving it a 9 for its functionality. Its final score is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. It gets our official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality, and it's well worth it. I really like this Pixel Pal, and I hope that more of the Pixel Pals in the future are using these design choices. These are really good design choices, and they make the figure much better than any of its predecessors. But anyway guys, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get out of here. Before I let you go, social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at nice1983. You can email me at nice1983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Nintendo Power Zone. If you're a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can always download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the show live, you can catch us right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Nintendo Power Zone. That's it guys, thank you so much for watching, and watch out for Amiibo Hunters on the prowl. Deuces.
Here we go! Here we go!